Hi, my name is Ben. Welcome to Ben's Language Lab. Stories are one of the best methods to improve at a language, and stories with pictures are even better. And so today, we're going to read a comic together. This video is meant for beginner-level English learners. And if you need, there are subtitles available, or you can see the entire transcript on benslanguagelab.com. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this one. Right now, your job is to watch, listen, and enjoy. Currently, we're reading Tintin and the Black Island. If you haven't seen the other episodes, click the link in the description to watch from the beginning. All right, let's start learning. Last time, Tintin and Snowy had gotten trapped in the cave, right? They went inside the cave to hide from the gorilla. And then the water level started to rise. The tide is rising. And so they're going to be trapped underwater. Right? And so they need to escape. But there's a man, bang, bang, shooting at them. Right there, he's shooting into the water, hitting there, bang, bang. And we see him there with his whip. And then Tintin goes, oh, he really means business. He's serious. To really mean business, or to mean business, is when someone is very serious. They don't want to mess around with other things. They don't want to be distracted. Ooh, what's that? No. I mean business, right? But then we hear, whoa, 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 whoa. Snowy's barking. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's barking from over here. And Tintin goes, now what? What is it? What did Snowy find? And then, what's Snowy found? Let's have a look. And so he's going to go take a look to see what Snowy found. And look, there's a ledge, and it goes somewhere. Snowy says... and Tintin says, Snowy, you're a marvel. We're saved. You did it. Right? Marvel is like marvelous. Amazing. Snowy, good job. We're saved. Oh, hello. The cave seems to go on. Right? When something it goes deeper, right? There's cave here and then there, and it goes on all the way over there, right? There's more cave. Where does this lead? Where does it go, right? When something leads somewhere, it goes from A to B, right? It leads there. And so we see they're climbing up the tunnel, right? It goes upwards, right? Here's the slope, and they're going up the tunnel to see where it leads. And then Tintin is bracing himself, right? He's holding himself into the sides of the cave, right? I'll hold myself in the picture frame. And he's holding himself, he's bracing himself, and sees a glimmer of light. A glimmer is a small bit of light going, bloop, so it's like shining, just a little bit, right? A glimmer of light. And so he sees a little bit of light out there. And then, what's that? He sees two men, and it looks like they're looking at something. It looks like it's money. Right? And so Tintin is looking through the crack and sees the men with money. And then, oh my, there's more. He says, a printing press, the forgers. That's right, when forging, remember, is when you make something that's not real. Right? So in this case, this is not real money. It's false money, but it looks real, and they're pretending that it is real. So they're forging money. They're forging banknotes. And they're called forgers, right? These are the forgers. A printing press. The forgers. I never guessed I was so near my goal, right? He found it, right? When he said, I wonder where this leads. It leads to the answer, where everything is taking place, where everything is happening. Let's make sure we can see enough of this to get the entire picture. There we go. Nice. And so we see in this whole room, right, he said he's looking at the note up in the light and says, it's a beauty. Absolutely perfect. Just look at that thab thread. Because money has ways to be, you can tell if it's real or not, right? And these are often called watermarks. And so a piece of money like this, right, has things that makes it difficult to copy. For example, you can see through this, right? Hello. You can see through it to see me. But then also there's other things that you can see inside the banknote, right? And so that's why he holds it up against the light, right? To make sure that he can see the extra information inside the banknote, right? And these are to protect people from making copies of money easily. And so, for example, one of the things that makes money hard to produce is something called a thab thread, right? That's just one of the methods they use to make things harder to copy. You don't need to know that word. It's really, really, really rare. But anyways, in this picture, we also see some other things on the desk. There's a lamp, right? There's a bunch of pencils and books. Over here, it looks like there's something in a pot with some tubing, right? This is tubing to carry maybe water or gas or some kind of liquid. And we also see lights, right? There's lights up here so that we can see. They can see, right? They might be in a dark place. And then we hear someone yell, "Hands up!" And they go, "Who said that?" And so now we'll go to the next page here, and he says, "Put your guns on the ground and don't turn round, or I'll shoot." "Come on, you with the boots on. I said put your gun down." And then he says, I haven't got one. Right, so now Tintin from off screen is yelling at them. "Hands up!" Right, "Put your hands up in the air or I'll shoot you. And don't turn around. Don't look at me." Because Tintin doesn't have a gun. He's pretending. And so then he yells at this guy, the one with the boots, right? These are boots here. These are just shoes, right? So he says, "Come on, you with the boots." That's him. "You with the boots. I said, put your gun down. I haven't got one." And then this one says, "Don't," and he says, "Don't try turning round." Right, so to turn around would be to look at Tintin and see, uh-oh, he doesn't have a gun. And then he sees, it's a dog? It's Snowy. Woof. Right, what is a dog doing with the gun? And then he says, "Make just one move, either of you, and..." So when we say just one move or make a move, it's when you do something, right? He's going to try to grab the gun or try to run away, right? That's making a move. And so if either one of them, one or two, if either of them make a move, Tintin will shoot them and says, "And it'll be the last thing you do." Right? And he's threatening, right? He's threatening them, saying, "I will shoot you if you turn around. It'll be the last thing you do." And then we see Snowy now is looking all angry, right? He's also being threatening, and he brings the gun back for Tintin to pick up. And then he falls. Whoa! And he falls down. Thud. Boom. And he hits the ground, and they turn around, and they say, "Tintin!" And then he says, he wasn't even armed. He didn't have a gun. When you say wasn't even, it's like he was lying, right? He wasn't even armed. He said something that wasn't true. Armed is when you have a weapon, right? These are arms, but also weapons can be called arms, right? So a gun is an arm. And so when you say somebody is armed, it means they have a weapon or they have a gun. And so he runs for the gun, and Snowy goes, "Oh no!" Right? So we see Snowy going, "Oh no!" And then the man lunges for the gun, and then Tintin, he kicks it. Right? His foot is right there, and so he kicks the gun right into his hand. So he kicks the gun and grabs it with his hand, and then he points it at the men and says, "Get back and put your hands up," and put up your hands. And so they both go, "Oh, okay, you have a gun now." And so they back away with their hands up. That's enough of the horseplay. There's a coil of rope over there. You, Puss in Boots, Bring it here and tie up your friend with the whiskers and make a good job of it. Let's break that down. So, the coil of rope is, let's see if we can see a coil of rope here. Do we see the rope? Right here. That is a coil of rope. A coil is something that goes around something, right? So, a coil, right, would be sort of like that on the ground. A coil of rope is just rope in this case, right? So there's a coil of rope over there. And then he calls him Puss in Boots. So Puss in Boots is, a puss is a cat, or also can be a cowardly person. And he's talking to the man in boots, right? And so he's calling him Puss in Boots. That's also a character that people know fairly well. If you've, in the newer Shrek movies, right, you might have seen Puss in Boots. And he tells him to grab the rope and bring it over here, right? So the rope is over there, and then bring it over here, and then tie up your friend, the one with the whiskers, right? So these are whiskers, right? When you have small little hairs on your face, not a beard, just little whiskers, right? Little ones, right? So I have some whiskers on my face, but not a beard. And then he says to make a good job of it too, right? Do it well, right? Tie him up tight so he can't escape, right? He has to... So do a good job of it too. And get a move on. Speed up. Come on, let's go. Pull that rope tight, right? So pull the rope really tight. I don't want to have to shoot you, right? He's saying, I don't want to have to shoot you because you're not doing a good job. And the man with the whiskers is thinking, darn you, Tintin. You foiled our plan. And so he says, your turn now. That'll do. It's amazing how quickly thugs come to their senses when they're on the wrong end of a gun, of a loaded gun, even. Loaded is when something is ready to go or prepared. In this case, a gun when it has bullets inside, so you can shoot. If it's not loaded, it would just go, right? It wouldn't do anything. It would be loaded. And so, but at the beginning he says, your turn now, right? I will tie you up now. And then he thinks it's amazing, right? How quickly thugs, right? These people, they come to their senses, right? They realize, right, that they've lost, right? They're not fighting back anymore. They're going, okay, I'll be tied up. It's okay. Because there's a gun pointed at them, a loaded gun. But then he thinks, a loaded gun? Of all the stupid clods I've just remembered, there's no ammunition in my pistol. And so it's not a loaded gun. And so he's saying that what a stupid mistake. I'm an idiot, right? I'm so dumb. I've just remembered there's no ammunition, no bullets in my pistol, right? So a bullet is the part that comes out of the gun, right? Right, that's also called ammunition or just ammo as well. AMMO is also short for ammunition. And then he says to his friend, a fine time to think of that. Right? Well, what were you thinking? Why didn't you remember sooner, you idiot? And then Tintin goes, oh, great snakes. He's right. It's completely empty. Right? There's nothing inside. It's empty. And then they think, uh-oh, we can yell for help. Help! Help! Rescue! Help! 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 Tintin's here! Help! Help! And then he says, stop that! Shut up, or I'll do something. And then they go ahead, threaten us. Words won't keep us quiet. Aren't you forgetting that gun isn't loaded? Right? And so he's threatening them, right? We've used that word a bunch of times. And he says, words won't keep us quiet, right? You can't just talk to us and say, shh, be quiet, please, shh. That's not going to work. They're going to keep yelling, help, help, right? Aren't you forgetting? Remember, the gun isn't loaded, Tintin, you stupid head. And then Tintin says, maybe, but there's more than one way of using an automatic. I'll demonstrate. An automatic is the kind of gun, right? You don't have to go every single time and redo it. It automatically goes. So they call it an automatic. And he says, I will show you. I'll demonstrate. A demonstration is when you show somebody how to do something or what to do. And so he demonstrates by going, Tee! And he whacks them on the head. Boom! And they get knocked out. And Snowy goes, golly, that's the stuff, Tintin. 1, 2, knockout. Right? And so he's saying, good job, Tintin. You knocked him out. And then he listens at the door and says, too late. They've raised the alarm. I can hear footsteps. Someone is coming. Right? So he can hear footsteps on the other side of the door. Someone's coming to see because they raised the alarm. Help, help, right? That's raising the alarm and someone heard them. And so Tintin says, oh, quick, an ink roller. One of those will be more effective than an empty gun, right? And so he grabs an ink roller. Those are these, right? They're rollers that you put over something, right? You roll over, and it's got ink on it, right? Ink is what you write with, right? This is not a real pen, but an ink pen has ink in it. So this is an ink pen, right? Because it has ink in it. Does it say ink anywhere? I don't know, but this part is the ink, right? On the tip. And so he's going to use an ink roller to go whoosh, and hit them. And they open the door and they go, no one is here. I don't see anyone. We're too late. He's gone, right? Too late. He's left. He's gone. And then they say, this is Tintin's handiwork, and no mistake. The Schweinhund made off when he heard us coming. So this man must be German. Is this Herr Müller? Maybe he is. This is Tintin's handiwork, and no mistake. The Schweinhund made off when he heard us coming. Go and warn the boss, and hurry. And then he says, my old friends, Dr. Müller and his man Ivan. Oh, that's Ivan. Look, he's not wearing the same uniform. And so he tells Tintin to go, he tells Ivan to go run back up the stairs and tell the boss, the man in charge, right? And so Ivan runs out the door, and then he says, Ivan, thud, as Tintin goes, and hits him right on the head. And he comes back in and says, what is it, Chief? What is it? What's wrong? And then Tintin goes, wham, right, whack. And then he's looking around. Any more? Come on, any more? Doesn't look like it. I don't see anybody else. Good. That gives me a chance to take care of this lot, right? This lot is when you refer to a bunch of people, right? This lot of people. And he's going to take care of them. He's going to tie them up. He's going to gag them, right? Gagging is when you put somebody in, where they can't talk anymore. And so he's going to take care of them. So he ties them up, right, so that they can't move, and he puts something over their mouths so they can't yell. And then he says, there, that'll do. And be good boys while I'm away. And so he's telling them to be good boys, right? Don't do anything stupid. Don't yell. Just sit there and it'll be okay. However, we're going to have to figure out what happens next time in the next episode. We're going to leave it there for today. Thanks for watching and enjoying. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and comment down below with how it went. Did you learn anything new today? And remember, transcripts for all episodes are available on benslanguagelab.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.